points, and I'll be brief in the hope you might heed what I say. I speak again on behalf of GreenWay, the North Oxford Golf Group. But our concern is wider than golf, and we are members of CDWA and endorse their views.
Is now exiting.
I'd like to make a number of discrete but very much related points, and the aim of my address is to ask you to remove PR6B from the plan. That's the actual golf course. Government policy of all parties is to protect the green belt, but you are ignoring this. Destroying the golf course will cause immense harm to the local Cherwell population and to the environment. Climate change is an existential threat, but you're removing a very important green lung, a site of biodiversity, and cutting down most of the mature 3,000 plus carbon fixing beautiful trees. In February, you agreed to plant more trees locally. So why cut these down? COVID and similar pandemics pose pressing and potentially long-term threats and require long-term public health responses. Active pursuits like golf are critical in the fight against obesity, diabetes, and managing pressure on the NHS. It is known golfers live an extra 5 healthy years and cost the NHS less overall. Golf is a growing pastime. The club has had over 60 new members this year and numerous green fee players. So it's hardly the dying club that Savills would have us believe. With development on the scale proposed, you'll be destroying a course which will be needed more than ever by the new residents. England Golf report unprecedented growth of the sport, especially amongst younger people. It's such a safe game in COVID times, and we have members playing into their 90s. What other sport has this? Anyone who has bothered to look at the golf course and your suggested re-provision of the much smaller site at Freeze Farm will know that the inspector's comments that it would be a suitable replacement are risible. Moreover, delays in re-provision could put your delivery plan at risk. But more at risk will be the physical and mental well-being of members, visitors, and the many Cherwell residents who use the course and its different community facilities. I'm sure quite a few people will die sooner than they otherwise would have done. Older members will mourn its loss. Lockdown saw the provision of virtual support groups among members, which help people cope with the unprecedented circumstances. The golf course is an exemplary use of the green belt. It should be used as a special resource in line with the policies in your adopted local plan. Cherwell residents have been shown to take far less exercise than those in the other districts. Please don't reduce it further by removing the course. After all, Cherwell residents have been playing golf there for over 100 years, and I know many golfers won't go elsewhere to play. I'm a lifelong Tory, but I agree absolutely with the points in the CDWA letters to councillors. Far from saving your district, the government's new method of housing calculation will mean the more housing you provide now, the even more you'll have to provide in the future. To quote Boris, a mutant algorithm indeed. Unless you make a stand, Cherwell will have to grow exponentially in search of a reckless dash for imported growth without a democratic mandate. Do not be the people who destroy the green belt. Once built on, it'll disappear forever. And please do not destroy the golf course, PR6B. Think about the wider community which appreciates the current publicly available recreational, health and social facilities the club offers, and think of their well-being. So many lives depend on it for their exercise and social interactions. Therefore, I ask you to recognise the need to protect the green belt.
30 seconds.
Okay, thank you. Therefore, I ask you to recognise the need to protect the green belt and to protect this valuable recreation facility within it. Thank you.
Thank you.